Hello and welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff. Today we've got a 3-in-1 creator set. Now this one in particular is set number 31161, just called the Medieval Dragon. Now what's different about my channel is that whenever we get a 3-in-1, we get all 3 copies. And we'll do 4 videos. We're going to do version 1, version 2, version 3. The 4th video will be all 3 versions side by side, and we'll give a review. So today, what are we going to do? We're going to do a time lapse, and we're going to build the first version, which is this large original pictured one. Okay. So we'll go ahead and set that out, do the time lapse. If you guys would, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. That way you'll know when I put out a video. And also, remember that these videos are Enzo approved. Now that the time lapse is complete, now it's time to jump into the actual review. For those who have not seen a review of mine before, I rate the set off of 6 categories. The first 5 are value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. And what I do is I rank it from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. And I tell you why I give each one of these categories rankings to the set. Then the 6th one is where I average those 5 scores to give you an overall ranking so that you can know, based off of my other videos, where I think it lines up. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the review. Also, I forgot to mention, part of the review is the dimensions and any minifigures, which in this case there are none included, so we'll skip that portion. But as for dimensions, this thing is quite simple. It is 16 inches from nose to tail. It is 15.5 inches from this horn to this horn. And it's 5 inches from the top of these horns to the table. If you're on the metric system, I got you covered. That is 41 centimeters, that is 39.5 centimeters, and 12.5 centimeters. Now, as far as value, I think this one has a phenomenal value. Lego prices are going up. They have been going up for a while. And with political tariffs on the horizon, or just tariffs, basically, I've seen the prices increase on Lego.com. But this one here is pre-tariffs. It's $59.99 for the set, and it has 715 pieces, and it's 8.4 cents per piece. I think that that is an excellent value, one that's almost unheard of. So I've got to give that a 10 out of 10. As far as creativity, I do like the dragon. I do like the colors. I love how they do the dark red to the horns. I mean, I just love it. I love little spikes on the back. I love the talons, how they're flexible and different. I mean, you could take the talons and you can put them together, spread them apart. There's so many things you can do with this. However, it's not perfect, but it's not a bad set at all. I'll give the creativity an 8 out of 10. And playability, well, that one I went with an 8 out of 10 as well. And the reason why, now they left you spots here for studs that you can easily put a minifigure just right on there to ride the thing. And that's pretty awesome. But the fact that it didn't come with a minifigure, at least some sort of knight trying to protect the treasure from the dragon. I mean, maybe this is the dragon's treasure, I don't know. But I didn't exactly, I thought one minifigure would have been nice. So for that, I did dock it a couple. We're gonna put playability at 8. As far as ease of build, the ease of build is actually very easy. I didn't find anything difficult about this. If I had to say something, I would say maybe these little socket things were hard to do a little bit. So instead of giving it a 10, I'll give it a 9. But it's really easy. There's only one booklet, and let's see, the booklet contains 228 steps. So it's not bad, and I do, one of my favorite things is when you're doing some of the pieces, they have this little ear icon here. So you're supposed to hear it click, which that's great unless you're deaf. And by the way, my mom is deaf, so it wouldn't help her out any, but she doesn't really play with Lego, so not really a big deal, but I did think it was kind of funny. As far as part out value, I'll also give it an 8. I'm not too much a fan of wedge plates. That's because they tend to be harder to use in other builds, but hey, we do have quite a few here because the wings and stuff, so I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. So if you've been following along and you average all that, that is a total of 8.6 overall. Now that we're done with the review, we're at the least favorite part of the video for me. But it's necessary to say these things because it's what helps the channel grow, and after all, that is the goal of this, is to spread the love of Lego to as many people as possible. And at the same time, maybe creating a full-time job for myself. So hit that like button if you feel I've earned your like. Subscribe if you feel I've earned your subscription. If you've already subscribed, just double check and make sure you still are. YouTube does some funny things. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've got this set, if you've built the set. Let me know if you're planning on getting this set. Let me know anything. I mean, I love this set. I love the scaling and everything and how they did all this. So let me know what you think, and let me know what you think of my review. Also, turn on all notifications. That way you'll know when I put out current videos and do live streams, which is currently about every day. And I'll try to do that for as long as possible. Like I said, I'm trying to turn this into a full-time job. And if you want to help me turn it into a full-time job, here's a couple of different ways you can do that. First, you can head over to Bricklink. I have a Bricklink store, about 700,000 pieces. I usually ship within 24 business hours. So hey, if you want to get pieces for your mods, your mocks, head over to my store first, see if I have it, and help me out, I help you out. Also, if you want to make a donation, there's a PayPal link in the description. If you don't have the monetary means, that's totally okay, I understand. There's a couple of different other ways you can help. Watch another video of mine right after this one. For some reason, the algorithm loves it when you watch more than one video in a row. So if you watch 2 or 3, it helps. And I have shorter videos, so if you can, please do. Also, be my marketing department. Get my word out. Get the word out there that these videos are here. Share it on other social media platforms. I would appreciate it. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.